What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video we're going to be showing you guys the brand new headlights that everybody's been talking about, and we're going to show you guys how to install it obviously. But they are these brand new AlphaRex NOVAs. They are going to be mostly plug and play, but we'll show you guys that in a bit, so let's get started. Alright, so step one, obviously we got to take off the headlights. In order to do that we will have to take off the grille. So we will, there's two screws, one here, and then you'll need a flathead. There's two clips, one right next to the headlight and the other one is literally on the opposite side. If you do have grille lights, you will need to unplug that. Alright, once you have the grille lights out, go ahead and lift up these two right here, and then the grille will just kind of fall out. And then you will need to pull it straight towards you, like that, and then it'll just come off like that, set it to the side. Once you have the grille off, you will need to take this lower portion of the bumper off. Well, he has an aftermarket bumper, so he only has part of it left. If you do have the full bumper, you will need to take the bumper off. So these have clips down here, pretty easy. Get your flathead underneath, twist, comes up. There's 4 of them. And then there's going to be two other ones. One's going to be right here under the headlight and the opposite side.
Alright Milo, what's next?
Alright, next you will have to pretty much separate your bumper from your fender. To do that you will need to pop your fender liner off. So just pull it out. There is a little blue clip on the fender, so keep that there. What you need to do is get a plastic pry tool. We're going to get right in between here. There is a little piece that is a little black piece that is holding the bumper and the fender together, so we just need to separate it. So lift that and it'll pop out, and I'll show you guys that piece I'm talking about here. This black piece, there's one bolt that holds the headlight on. But this piece here, there are 3 little tabs here, and one behind the fender that kind of hold on to the bumper. So we just need to lift that and then pull the bumper out. But once we have that out, we'll go ahead and take that 10mm out. And then you're going to take the 2 top 10mm out. Once you have those out, go ahead and lift. Like that. And then the very last thing is going to be right here. There is this little tab right here holding on to the bottom of the headlight. You can either try to pry on top or pry it on the bottom. So you need to pry it and then pull it out at the same time. Like that. And then the whole headlight is free. Now just unplug everything. Don't even try to take it off of the connector, just twist everything to take it off. It's just much easier that way. So just twist, pull it off, twist, and twist. Okay, the only thing you will have to just kind of unplug is your DRL connector. So just, it's the gray one, so just squeeze and pull apart, and then your headlight is free. Alright, once you have the headlight out, we will go ahead and disconnect all the old bulbs, just because the new headlights will be using all LED lighting. So squeeze and pull everything off. So there should be 4 connectors. We got one here, here, actually 5 connectors. Okay. One's a low beam, one's a high beam, one's your daytime running light if you have a TRD Sport or TRD Off-Road or TRD Pro. One's your turn signal, and then the other one is your side marker. Alright, so the harnesses that we are going to need is going to be this one, which comes with all of the headlights, and then this other one, which is going to be for the TRD models. This is basically just the daytime running light that is stock on the TRD Sport, TRD Pro, and TRD Off-Road. So you'll need this if you have one of those TLR models. If you don't, it will just come with this. But if you do have the TLR models, there's going to be two ways that you can actually power the headlights. This thing right here, this little box, will allow you to activate the little light dance that it does when you first lock and unlock or start it up. If you don't want that, you can just use this and all of these stock connections, and your headlights will still be powered. But one of the cool features of the AlphaRex is the little light dance that it does. So we're going to be installing this, and we'll show you guys how to do it, because you will need to modify it just a little bit to work with the TLR model. If you guys do not have a TLR model, you guys don't need the TLR adapter. So you will install it a little bit different. Basically, you would just install this here. On one side is going to have a long cord with this little clear piece on the end of it, and it has like a little butt connector. On the other one, well, the same side, it's gonna have a shorter one. So put the shorter one on the driver's side, and the longer one is gonna be on the passenger side, okay? And on the other side of the module, it's gonna have a little fuse holder, a black negative ground terminal, a red positive terminal, a little yellow wire with a yellow grommet or rubber piece, and lastly the added fuse. You will need to put a fuse in here depending on what you pull out from the fuse box though. So if you have an SR5 SR model, this is all you will need, okay? But since this is a TLR model, we're going to be using the TLR DRL adapter. Alright, so this bundle of wire with this little module, what this does is it activates the little light dance that it does when you lock and unlock the vehicle. If you don't want to use this and you have a TLR model, you can just use this. But if you use this, you won't get that dance when you lock and unlock. But it will still do the light dance when you start up the vehicle. So depending on how much work you want to do, you can just install this or the other one. I'm going to show you how to do it with both of them, just because we wanted to do the little light dance when we start it up and when we lock and unlock the vehicle. Alright, so the first wires that we are going to be connecting is from the TLR DRL adapter. We're going to be needing this gray one with the 3-pin holes. With your film still on your lens, go ahead and flip it over. We're going to connect it to this one here. As you can tell, it is also a 3-pin, so just connect that. Make sure it clips. Once you have that connected, we can move it over to the vehicle. And then we will just need to connect everything together. So the low beam is going to be a green colored piece and is marked low on the headlight. So just connect that with that. The high beam is going to be yellow. Find the one that's marked high, connect that. And then your side marker, plug into way on the side, just like that. It is LED, everything's LED, so you don't use your existing bulbs. And then here, we will connect it to the 3-pin goes into this 2-pin. The 2-pin will go to your OEM. I think this used to be the turn signal. So connect that. And then the last one is going to be your OEM DRL connector. Just connect it to the DRL adapter with a single red wire. Plug that together. Okay, and then I will show you guys what to do with this one here. With the long bundle of wire, try to separate it if you can. So positive and negative is going to stay, pretty much everything is going to stay on the driver's side. So leave everything on the driver's side, and then that short black wire with the clear tip, we're going to be connecting it to the very bottom here. Just like that. That goes to the brown wire. And then the other one, we're going to do a little bit later, the longer one, because it's going to go to the passenger side. So we're just going to feed that and just leave it right there. We're gonna be doing the yellow wire. So find the yellow wire here, single yellow, and it's a circular shape. So just connect that. And then what's left on this side is going to be your positive and negative. So that, all we need to do is just loosen up the battery and just slide these on and then just retighten it back down. But we'll do that in a little bit. What I'm going to show you guys now is if you guys have the TLR model and you guys want to use both the TLR adapter and the little module that activates the light dance when it's locking and unlocking, we actually need to cut this adafuse off. Okay, so since we are going to be using the TLR adapter, we do need to cut this off and cut the adafuse off and basically just put these two together. That's if you wanted to use this module. If you didn't, you would just plug this directly into the brown wire, which is underneath the headlight, just like that. And the headlight will still work completely fine, but you don't get the little light dance when you lock and unlock. So we are going to cut this off. We're going to cut the adafuse off. We're going to strip this back a little bit. Strip the adapter wire back a little bit. And what we are going to use is this little butt connector. Basically, we just feed both wires into the middle, crimp the middle down, and then that makes a connection between that wire and that wire. And then this is a heat shrink as well, so we can heat it and it'll shrink around the insulation. By the way, this is not included by AlphaRex. This is something you will have to purchase on your own. So once you have the wire all the way in, just crimp it down, give it a nice tug, make sure it doesn't come out. And then with the gray wire, do the same on the opposite side. Give it a pull, good. And then if you have a heat gun or a little lighter, you can just heat the insulation and it'll just start warming up and shrinking itself around the insulation. Once it gets down to about there, you're pretty much done. Let it cool off a little bit, let it seal around those insulation pieces. And then from here, you are pretty much done. You can put the headlight assembly back. Basically just do everything in reverse. If you want to, you can go ahead and test it at this point and install it. Has my hat been up all this whole time? So we just verified that everything works. It does its little light dance when we unlock and lock. So we'll go ahead and put it back here. So we'll put all the wires just right inside here, so nothing is outside of the engine bay. And then we can clean it up after we get the headlight assembly actually in here. So make sure you still keep your headlight wrap on just to protect it when you're installing it. That way you don't scratch up the lens. Get those tabs over. And then down here, just make sure that slides into there, like that. Okay, once you have that bottom piece in, this one in, that one in, make sure that it is around here. We're good. At this point, you can just peel off film and then go ahead and install all the bolts and clips back. Obviously, last thing is just connecting your positive on the red side and then your negative on the black side, and then just cleaning up your wire somehow where that way it's neat, and then you're pretty much done. So take a look at the finished product here. It looks super good. I'm gonna close the hood. Okay, so while we're doing the headlight, we might as well do the tail lights. These are the TLR Pro style. So the housing's black, and you could tell is a little bit different. The majority of the TLR off-road from 2016 and 19 is red on top, and then clear where the reverse is. versus the Pro. It's the whole thing is clear, but the brake is red. It's black all the way down to down here, and then clear at the reverse. Swapping these out are gonna be super easy. It's literally just 3 bolts, one there, that one there, and then that one. To pull it out, just pull it straight out towards you. Might be a little stuck, but there's that pin right there, and then this one actually came off with the actual clip. So that clip looks like that, but we'll put it back in just the same way. So take the bulbs out, twist, take them out, and then the new tail lights do come with bulbs already pre-installed in them, mainly because they want you to prevent any dust, water from going inside before you receive them. But we're going to use the OEM ones just because OEM parts are better quality, and then just reinstall everything in the reverse order. And at this point, if you wanted to switch over to LED tail lights or the total tails from Misto Customs, you could do that. All right, so we're just going to line it up with the holes. Once you have the holes lined up, just push it and it'll pop in, just like that. And then put the 3 bolts back in. Yeah, we like it a lot. The output we're gonna test out probably sometime when it gets dark, and but so far we've been hearing a lot of good things about the output, so it should be pretty good. But we'll have everything in the description below, like always. And then if you guys like the video, make sure you guys give us a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.